Hey, what's up, guys? Thank you for joining in. It's been a while since I've done a Q&A. I figured today would be a good day since it's really cold. Haven't really been doing much fishing, although I did go today. So, what's up? Happy Friday to everyone. We're going to give it a few minutes so everyone can file in. It's been a while, yes, I know. So, wanted to say what's up to everyone. Welcome in, welcome in. Give me just a second. Hold on. Let me get my hat. My hair looks really bad. Hold on. All right, here we go. Much better. What's going on, man? What's up, HTX Polestar? How are you, buddy? Cover your hair. I'm jealous. No grace. No, I got a little bit gray. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back. So it's been a while since we've done a live stream. So I figured today would be a good day. And honestly, HTX Polestar, he kind of persuaded me to do a live stream. It's been a while, so I wanted to say what's up. What's up, everyone? What's up, Alabama Kayaker? What's up, Third Coast Fishing? What's up, Yelnan? You man. Sorry if I butcher your name, but welcome in, man. Do it outdoors. What's up? Welcome in, guys. Happy Friday to everyone out there. So yeah, I mean, it's been a while. Salty Mojo, what's going on? Welcome in, brother. Thank you so much. Yeah, sorry if I butcher your name. Jacob Klebowski, what's up, bro, man? How are you doing? Jackie, what's up, Jackie? How are you? Welcome in. Cummingsman 191, Junior Fane. Do I still have the rover? That's actually a funny. A lot of people have actually asked me if I still had a boat rover, and honestly, rightfully so. A lot of my video, well, my most viewed video is the truth about the boat rover, and a lot of people have been searching about micro and mini skiffs, and I guess the curiosity has gotten to them, and boat rover has come up many times through the searches, and they found my channel in that way. So yeah, a lot of people know me about the boat rover, and honestly, I don't have the boat rover no more. I sold it. It's been long gone. I'm primary kayak fishing, wade fishing, bank fishing, majority time kayak fishing, obviously. But the micro skiff or the boat rover, I do not have anymore. Honestly, I don't have any regrets buying it, but I've learned a lot about myself. When I did own the boat rover, I've owned it for about, I would say about 7-8 months. And I decided it just wasn't for me. It didn't fit the type of fishing I like to do. So I sold it, and no regrets for selling it. Looking back, would I change? Would I have changed anything about it? Honestly, no, I wouldn't. It was a great learning experience for me, and you really don't find out who you are or what type of fisherman you are unless you get into like different types of fishing that kind of pushes your limits. But anyways, enough of that. But yeah, I don't have the boat rover anymore, so that's that. But although my most viewed videos are the boat rover, so go figure. All right, let's see here. Salty Mojo, you got skunked today, man. I apologize. Don't worry, Salty Mojo. I mean, fishing has been super tough. This is the heart of the winter. I mean, you got back-to-back simultaneous north cold fronts coming through, north winds blowing the freaking tide out. It's already low as is, and then you have the freaking north winds coming in and just really blowing it away. So, I mean, winter fishing is tough. Trust me, it's tough. So how do you combat winter fishing? So if you pay attention to my videos, I'm still able to catch some fish here and there, not the quantity and quality as I was in the past, in the fall, spring, summer. But you got to fish deep, man. I mean, you have to fish structure. You got to fish water current. Look for marshes that have like 10 feet of water, and that'll give you a better chance of catching a fish. And honestly, that's what you need to do during these times of winter. But that's no guarantee that you're going to catch fish. Winter fishing it's a monster, man. It's even us YouTubers. If you pay attention to all the YouTubers on the Texas coast, even in Florida, you would see that. Well, let me adjust my chair. You would see that a lot of the guys don't really catch any fish, and they're not producing much content like they did in the fall or summer, spring. Why is that? It's because fishing in the winter is so tough. I mean, don't feel bad. I mean, I have problems in the wintertime too. So, oh, Yak Fishing 27, $5. Thank you, brother. Yeah, Yak Fishing 27. I know. Tell me your name again. You're a Patreon. I know you are. Yak Fishing. I apologize. I'm not really good with names. Anyways, I know who you are. I know who you are, man. But I appreciate that, brother. Thank you so much. Let me see here. Yeah, so today's just it's going to be a Q&A. Wesley, yes, Wesley, yeah. My brother Wesley. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. You fish with your brother too a lot, right? I appreciate that. Thank you so much for the support. Let me see here. I'm going to go through these questions and I'm going to answer them. Okay, Duke says, you still have a Conquest BFS. Welcome in, Duke. When Conquest BFS, actually, I don't have it. I sold it to my buddy Beto. Reason why I sold it, it's a great reel, no doubt. Shimano's highest end freaking BFS reel. I mean, it's one piece aluminum. It's heavy though. I mean, it's heavy. It's not a low profile reels. I prefer a low profile reels, but this one's a round reel, so it was a little bit more cumbersome to use with an ultralight. It didn't really fit an ultralight rod, but it was more geared towards like the light action to medium light, weight wise, I guess. If you're looking to something to match it with, but overall it was very cumbersome to hold. But the performance, man, it was out of the world. It was one of the best reels I've ever owned. Smoothness, castability, how far you can throw a freaking small lure. The drag system was smooth. I mean, other than that, it was just a great reel. It was ergonomically, it just didn't really fit me. If it was a low profile reel, definitely I would still have it right now, but no regrets getting it, honestly. All right, let's see here. Hey RX, I don't know if you've had problems like this, but I tried Varivas and it broke just by tying knots. Yeah, Ryan, I don't know what's going on, to be honest with you. Honestly, I've never had any issues with the Varivas. My advice is to give them a contact, send them an email, and let them get it right for you. I mean, honestly, they're a mass-produced product, so there can be some lemons in the batches. I've never had any issues. Also, you got to keep in mind that the line that you use, the braided line, is so thin, right? If you run it over oyster, you got to immediately check your line to see if you have any nicks. If you have any nicks, you need to hurry up and fix that, because the line is so thin, any nick will it'll make it weak right away. It's not a thick line like the Power Pro. That's why you're buying a Varivas. You're buying it because it's really thin. The thinner something is, and if you have damage to it, it's not going to last as long as something that's thicker. So I hope that makes any sense. But yeah, give Varivas an email. I don't think they have a phone number, but email them and see if they can make it right for you. I mean, they're about customer service. I know the main guy that's running the U.S. Market, and he has straight ties to Japan, the CEO. So they will make it right, and they'll report everything that you guys say. So, Carrie Ward, what's up, Carrie? Welcome in. When's the next time you're going to Freeport? Honestly, Carrie, I'm going to be honest with you. I haven't been to Freeport in a long time, because the fishing in Freeport right now is very slow. With the marshes in the Freeport, I mean, there's a couple of spots that get pretty deep. However, they're not as productive as some areas in Texas with deeper marshes, deeper channels. So honestly, I probably won't be going to Freeport till maybe the springtime, to be frank. I'm not really good fishing open water and open reefs and stuff like that, because I really don't know the spots too well. I'm pretty sure there's some great spots in Freeport, but as of right now, I know a couple spots in Freeport that are semi-productive. You can find some speckled trout because it's really deep, and you got to hit them at the right time, at the right tide movement. So, but I don't know. Freeport is my hometown, or I wouldn't say my hometown. It's my home waters: Galveston, Freeport, Brazoria. That all is my home area. So, I mean, I haven't abandoned it. It's just been not as productive as usual. So, and I have to make videos. I have to make videos for you guys to watch while you're sitting on the toilet. So in order for me to do that, I got to try my best to catch fish. Therefore, I got to hit up areas that hold fish right now in the wintertime. Junior Fane says, your videos are a big reason I got one. I love it. Thank you, Junior Fane. I really do appreciate your support. Mark Garza says, have you ever used AM lures? I've used the Skelly Swim, work great in the Port Lubbock area. Honestly, I have not used AM lures. I know AM lures are very big, way down south, like Port Isabel, you know, the lower Laguna Madre, because when I went on my Texas fishing travels, majority of guys were using AM lures, and that's how I first heard about them. Other than that, I have never used it on my channel at all, but if, you know, if they want to send me some lures, I'd be more than happy to try them out. I'm not a snob or anything like that. I do have more, I guess I'm more in business with like Ketchco and Skelly and the Skelly Swim, the Salt Native, because they support the channel and they really do work. So I'm more, you know, I guess geared towards using that stuff. But I never shut my door to any other lure company. If the lure company is interested in contacting me and give me a contact through Instagram, Facebook. My door is always wide open. Do it outdoors. What's up? Do it outdoors. Do it outdoors. That's a funny name. We're doing it outdoors. All right. Anyway, sorry. You fishing San Luis Pass anytime soon? Honestly, I haven't been to San Luis Pass since the summertime. Once again, it's not a targeted area in the winter. I fished San Luis Pass in the wintertime many times, and I've gotten skunked many times. It's really tough, like the Galveston, Freeport area, because number one, it's already highly pressured. You got the whole city of Houston coming down and fishing that area. And then when you got winter on top of that, it's just a recipe for disaster. So San Luis Pass, don't get me wrong, a very productive area, very good. I grinded my teeth in San Luis Pass many years ago. But I'll be there probably springtime, summertime, when you have the Jack Crevalle and the Spanish Max start coming in underneath that bridge in deep water. That's probably the best time to hit it. Speckled trout too. What's up, David? Welcome in. Louisiana fishing blog. You ever fish Louisiana? A fishing blog. You seem so familiar. I think I've seen a couple of your videos, man. If I think you are who you are, man. Great job, man. Thanks for coming in, man. And commenting. No, I haven't fished Louisiana. I do want to hit up Louisiana. I rather honestly collab with a Louisiana YouTuber. If him or her comes along and they consistently post and they want to work together, I'm open doors to doing that, because I do want to spread out my reach beyond Texas. Texas has a lot of coast to cover, but Louisiana also has great fishing. So yeah, I mean, I would love to fish Louisiana. I don't really know Louisiana too much. I know there's some monster redfish over there, big redfish. I see some of the other YouTubers really tear it up in Louisiana. Third Coast Fishing. Nick, what's the best lure to throw in winter, and what pro cure is best as well? Good question, man. Right now, honestly, the best lure for these rigid, really cold waters is a paddle tail. You need to use a paddle tail. I found to be a clear color paddle tail or a white color paddle tail to be the most effective. Don't ask me why. The water clarity is still, dookie color. But the white color has been great, and I've been using Shrimp Procure. Shrimp scent is the my most trusted scent. I've used mullet and crab in the past, but honestly, I always go back to the shrimp. I love using shrimp, so I would use a paddle tail, for example, the Shimmer Swimmer from 10,000 Fish. Excellent paddle tail. It's caught me a lot of fish. If you guys know MDLR Fishing, he uses it as well. His son Christian uses it as well. It's one of the best paddle tails we've ever used, just because also you have that little hole in the butt where you can squeeze that Procure in, and that Procure lasts, and it leaves a scent trail for the trout and redfish to find it. So and the movement is great too, and it's pretty sturdy. It's not as sturdy as the Salt Native Skelly Swim, but it's pretty much up there. I highly recommend it, man. You can get it from Shop Carl's. Okay, sorry guys. I'm trying to ICQ. It used to be a back when I was in college. ICQ. It used to be a messaging system like AOL messaging system. Anyways, all right. Best winter spots in Galveston. Any spot that has 10 feet of water or more with structure and moving current. That's gonna be your best spot. And bait. Don't forget bait. Cummins Man 191. What's Matagorda like in May? Have a trip planned. Matagorda is gonna be fire in May, February, March, April. Yeah, it's gonna be fire. The water should be warmed up now. I mean, that's pretty much going into summer, spring to summer. You'll see tailing reds. The grass is going to start growing. You're going to see a lot of grass everywhere, so you might need a lure, like a weedless swim hook to protect, bringing up all that grass. But yeah, Matagorda is going to be fire. One of my favorite places to fish, honestly. HGX Polestar, you doing a gun giveaway? I like the one behind. Yeah, this is you guys saw that, right? That's my Christensen Arm 6.5 Creedmoor. I haven't killed anything with it yet. The time that I did use it, I missed. So, but it's sighted in perfectly, man. Less than 1 MOA, 100 yards, with match grade ammo. It's a great gun. Honestly, one day when I become really, really big, God hoping or God willing, I will do a gun giveaway. I'll give away my guns, man. That's when you know you're big time, is when you're like giving away firearms and compound bows and reels and rods. I'm going to be giving all those away once I'm in like that 100,000. So you guys, make sure you subscribe, okay? Help me get there. Once I get there, man, I swear to you, I'm going to be giving away kayaks. I'm going to be giving away Yeti bags, man, GoPros, rods, reels, guns, lures. I mean, everything's going to be given away because I get a tax break when I do it. So help me get there, right? Cloudy Kratos. What's up? Love your videos. We should meet up sometime in Galveston and turn up. Thanks, Cloudy. I appreciate it. Thanks for the support. Tiggs Tales says, when does the water level get to normal at the coast? Honestly, we're probably not going to see normal water levels till probably springtime, and when those south winds start pushing back south, southeast winds push those water back to the coast. When you're having back-to-back cold fronts, those north winds, it's going to continuously keep the water levels down. And water level, I went fishing today. The water levels are super low, like at least minimum 2 feet. And then if you have an outgoing tide, that's another half foot gone. So it's been pretty low. Sergio asks, is there a big difference between the suppressor rod and the Arius rods? I already have a suppressor, but want to try an Arius. That's a good question, Sergio. Hey, thanks so much for the support. I appreciate it, brother. The suppressor rod uses a different blank than the Arius rod. Also, let me see if I have one. Hold on. Let me see if I can show you guys. All right, here we go. Sorry about that. So I have right here the Arius rod. Oops, I'm hitting a freaking... Here's the Arius rod right here. This is the ultralight Arius, the MDLR edition. Very, very beautiful rod. Got the red accents with the charcoal and the black. Has the Arius right here. Some of the rods will have the MDLR logo right here. Very, very beautiful. Look at that cork. Very nice. And we have the suppressor right here. The suppressor, you guys already know. This is the... What is this? This is the ultralight. This is a spinning reel model. But the point is the rod blanks are going to be different. And obviously you have the wind grips right here versus the cork grips. The seat is going to be a little bit different. MDLR wanted this type of seat, like a, what do you call these? Trigger trigger type seats, I guess. It feels like a trigger, but the suppressor does not. And also another big difference is going to be the butt end. So if you look, if we match up the grips with each other, you'll notice that the butt end right here on the suppressor is probably about 1/4 inch shorter. And I made my input and told the guys at Old 18 I want this as short as possible, because when you're holding the rod, hold on, can you hold this? When you're holding the rod and you have your vest, I like it shorter because it doesn't get caught up with the vest. And that's from my own input. Now this is going to be it looks a little bit different than obviously the areas I just showed you, because this is a spinning reel model. I don't have the baitcaster with me right now, but the rod blank's going to be different. The grips, the butt end size, lengthwise, going to be different. Cosmetics like the font, the paint, obviously all that's different. But other than that, same titanium titanium guides. Both made in USA, both 7 feet long. So yeah, those are the main differences. The rod blank being on the suppressor is a little bit better. It is a USA made blank versus the Arius is not. So, but they're both, like I said, they're both made and assembled here in the United States. So hopefully that clears some things up. But both great rods. I highly recommend the suppressor or the Arius, whichever you can afford and whichever pleases your eyes more. Obviously, make sure it looks good to you too, because the way I like to say it is, if it looks good, you're going to fish good. Use my discount code RXAngler20, get 20% off. You guys probably already know, but yeah, I hope that helps. All right, let's see. Let's see here. IDK, I guess, I don't know. Yo, RX, love your videos. Recommended spot for sheep's head. Honestly, sheep's head, look for areas with a lot of oyster. You can find them in the marsh, but right now it's going to be a little bit cold, so they're probably more deeper. If that's the case, jetty. The jetty always holds sheep's head, especially the deeper parts when you have the jetty rocks. Live shrimp is a great way to catch them. Also, you can use small little shrimp imitation lures or little minnows. They like to hit those. Honestly, I don't do much sheep's head fishing. I know I should. I just prefer catching flounder and redfish over sheep's head. But don't get me wrong, sheep's head are great fish too. They fight. They're underrated. They fight really well. But yeah, that's what I would do if I was going to target sheep's head. Keep on fishing salt to freshwater. Hey, are you going to ever come to San Antonio freshwater lakes we have to catch the big redfish we have in there? Dude, yeah, I totally want, honestly, that's funny because I was up in Kerrville. If you guys saw my hunting video, Kerrville is maybe 45 minutes from San Antonio. And I was talking to my buddy Braden that we should hit up that freshwater lake because I've heard there's some big redfish down there. So trust me, it's in the works, in the plans. I want to do it one day, but just need to find the time. Steven Shemek, are you hitting up the Gotfish Expo in Galveston? I don't know what. Remind me what days that the expo is going to be in. I'm not sure, but the fishing show, Houston Fishing Show for sure. I'll be there on the Saturday. Oh yeah, sorry. Let me just let you guys know the fishing show for 2021 is still on. If you guys haven't heard the news, I'll be at the Old 18 Bugs fishing booth. I know this is a little bit early. I'll remind you guys again, but I'll be at the Bugs and Old 18 fishing booth. Hopefully they're going to be right next to each other, so it'll be easy on me. On Saturday, that's going to be the busiest day of the fishing show. I will be there all day, hanging out with you guys, chilling, drinking some beer, whatever you want to talk about, fishing, hunting, whatever you want to talk about. I'll be there. So put that in your calendars, okay? HTX Pulsar. I don't think AM lures work well in our chocolate waters. Okay, there you go. I'm assuming you use it. I know you're a pretty good fisherman too, so I'll take your word. Okay, Third Coast Fishing. Where's a good place to yak fish in the wintertime? Once again, you need to look for areas with deep water, at least minimum 10 feet of water with moving current, with structure and bait. If you find those, you will find the fish. I guarantee you that. Rick Garcia, what's up with the Old Town Autopilot? Last couple of videos you have been using the Hobie Outback. Rick, good question. Right now, the Autopilot is it's currently out of commission. There's some issues with the electrical wiring, which Old Town is actually fixing or sending me to fix right now. I mean, I'm being transparent with you guys. It's been a great kayak, but there's a lot of moving parts, electrical parts. So there's going to be things that fail here and there, and I Mark and I are one of the very first people to ever get the Old Town Autopilot, and since we were like the guinea, according to them, what they told me, we were like the guinea pig. We got like the very first ones off the production line, and they monitored us. Honestly, they monitored us, and just to see how we're doing, because they know we fish a lot, fish more, way more than your average person, more than the tournament angler. We fish a lot, and we've put those kayaks through hell, and they've held up really well. And of course, if you use a lot in our type of waters, the marshy, salty waters, there are things that are going to start, malfunctioning. That's what happened. It's not a big deal. It's just a couple electrical wires that I'm waiting for them to send to me. But that's why you see me on the Hobie Outback. Plus, I still love the Hobie Outback. Such a great kayak, and plus it's giving me some more exercise because I've gained some weight, like 20 pounds ever since. Okay, this between me and you guys, all right? I've gained about 20 pounds ever since I've taken owner of the Autopilot. Believe it or not, really, I've gained a lot of weight. It's just like so easy fishing. You're not burning any calories. After you fish off the Autopilot, you go eat Whataburger. Before, when I was on the Hobie Outback, we put in many, many miles, and we went to eat Whataburger, and it negated itself, right? Evened out. But with Autopilot, you're not burning any calories. You're putting in more calories. So I've gained a lot of weight. So it's good to switch to get some exercise. So that's what's up with the Autopilot. Oh, look at HTX Polestar, $20. Thank you, brother. Oscar, you're the man, but you owe me some tacos. I appreciate it, though. Thank you so much, man. I really do appreciate it. Okay. Salty Mojo. All right. If you can only fish one lure for the rest of your life, which lure would you pick? Man, that's a tough question, dude. That's a really tough question. Honestly, probably man, that's a tough question. It's either going to be between a paddle tail or the Bugs curl tail, probably in the quarter ounce. Quarter ounce giving me more weight so I can get down deeper if I need to. And also on top of that, the curl tail also has, that trailer in where I can change out the trailer to a paddle tail, so it can become like a jig head with a paddle tail. So yeah, most likely one lure for the rest of my life, probably the curl tail, Bugs curl tail, black or gold, or crab color. That's probably what I would choose. Louisiana Fish Blog, I subscribed and rang that bell for all notifications, so I saw your live video notification when you went live. Glad I did this. This is great. Thanks, Louisiana Fishing Blog. I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much. My boy MDLR, save me an egg roll. Thanks, Potato. I got your egg roll right here, dude. Louisiana Fishing Blog, hit me out if you do come to Louisiana. We can make something happen. I live near New Orleans. If or when I come to Texas, I'll give you a shout. Yeah, man, that's cool, Louisiana Fishing Blog. If you come to Texas, give me a holler. We'll do a collab. If I come to Louisiana, I'll do the same. Thanks, man. I really do appreciate it. Like I said, I do want to hit up Louisiana. I just don't know the area too well. I mean, I was born and raised in Texas. I know Texas. Louisiana, not so much. Michael Handy, where would you recommend launching for my first kayak fishing inshore? I live 30 minutes north of Galveston. Michael, if you're a first-time kayak fishing inshore, okay, so I would assume you're a beginner. I would do like Christmas Bay, man. Christmas Bay, super, super easy launch off of Migo Lane. I have a couple videos showing, like my very, very older videos showing me fishing Christmas Bay. Get a popping cork, get some live shrimp, fish the channel. There's marshy areas in that area. During the flounder run, there's going to be flounder coming up in Churchill Bayou. It's a great place, man. Super easy to fish, too. It's not deep at all. Weird fish. What's up, Tim? What's up, guys? Welcome in. Eliath Acevedo, you said you were going to give it away if you missed it. If you missed, so let me have it. No, I didn't miss, man. Now you're referring to the wrong video. The video after I missed, I said if I was going to miss, I would give it away, but I didn't miss. ICQ, any new kayaks on the horizon? Hopefully, we'll see, man. We'll see. I mean, every year there's new stuff that come out with the companies, with Old Town, Hobie, all the major brands. So we'll see what happens. I don't know. Last question: does the Texas coast have sand fleas? That's a good question. I don't think we do have sand fleas like Florida. Dude, I could be wrong. I don't know. Someone answer this question for this guy. I don't think we have sand fleas, because if we had sand fleas, you would see more people fishing with sand fleas as bait. I don't think we have sand fleas, man, because sand fleas are awesome to use as bait. I know when I was vacationing in Pensacola, I think, or I don't know, somewhere around in the Panhandle of Florida, and I stopped by the beach. Yeah, there was a bunch of sand fleas, and they were so easy to catch. And I know they're great crustacean bait for the fish there. So, how is a rod staying up without you holding? Well, what you don't know is I have a third arm. Sunfish Assassin, I really like your videos, even though I rarely saltwater fish. Thank you, Sunfish Assassin. People like you that appreciate the videos, the time I take, going out, coming back home, recovering, transferring, editing, all that stuff. I really do appreciate that. Thank you so much. Eric Aguilar, what's up, brother? So when are we going to see a bow hunt video? Oh, okay, Eric, my man, you've seen, I think you probably follow me on Instagram, right? Because I've been posting all that stuff on Instagram. Just FYI, guys, I know a lot of you guys don't have Instagram, but I highly recommend, if you do have Instagram, you haven't followed me yet, make sure you follow me, RX_angler. I post so much more stuff on Instagram before I post it on YouTube. So if you want to know what's up to date, what am I doing, I highly recommend Instagram. I post stories, I post pictures. When you see me post a picture of a fish, more than likely or not, I caught it not too long ago. So it's very current. So make sure you follow me, RX_angler. Yeah. Richard K, thank you, man. I appreciate you watching, just like Sunfish. I really do appreciate that. Okay, Fred, really enjoy your videos. Have you been back to Lower Laguna Madre since your killer snook? No, I have not. I want to go back. It's just so far, 6.5 hour drive from where I'm at. But man, it's such a great area. I will try to go again this summer. I'm going to give my contact a page or text, and then we'll see if we can make it happen. Man, I want to catch another snook, man. Snook are freaking badass. Sergio Cantu says, Skelly Swim guaranteed to catch fish any color, Port Mansfield waters. Dude, that's awesome, man. Skelly Swim has such great movement, and plus they mimic a shrimp slash fish hybrid. If you look at the tail, it's like triangle. I mean, it's crazy looking, but it freaking moves from side to side, has a wobble, really pushes water, so it gets that fish when they feel it on their lateral lines to get them to attack it. Plus, it's so durable; it lasts so long time. So yeah, great to hear that they're hitting any color. Marco MTZ recently found out the channel. Keep up the fishing. Thanks, Marco. I appreciate the support. Thank you so much. Ricardo says, have I ever tried AM lures? If so, what do I think about it? No, Ricardo, I've never tried AM lures. I've heard of them, but I've never tried them. Let's see here. Houston Fishing Fanatic, love your channel. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Thank you for the support. I really do appreciate that. Koi Win, any plans on getting a boat? If so, what kinds are you looking at? I don't know yet, man. Well, I mean, I guess you just got to find out and see. I'm always trying to plan like 2 or 3 years out from the current situation to see where I'm gauging. That's just my type of personality, kind of like see or predict what's going to happen. I may get a boat. I may not get a boat. I may get another kayak. I may not get a kayak, right? Best thing to do is just follow me. Make sure you hit that notification bell. Make sure you follow me on Instagram because, like I said, I do a lot of things on Instagram before it goes on YouTube. Sergio, how's a Vanford reel holding with a saltwater since it's not saltwater rated? It's holding great. And honestly, I don't know if that's 100% true if it's not saltwater rated. If I remember, someone commented that on Shimano's Instagram post, but Shimano, replied back saying you can use it for saltwater. So therefore, if you're able to use this saltwater, in my opinion, it is saltwater rated. Otherwise, they would say no, not saltwater. You cannot use it in saltwater. So, anyways, the Vanford has been great. I caught 2 or 3 great, big sized redfish on it. For being such a small profile, it's an awesome reel. A lot of guys have actually complained to me saying that it's not a budget reel. I totally get it. I totally understand. Everyone's budget's a little bit different, but the Vanford, if you compare it to like the Stella or the Daiwa Certate, those high-end reels that cost hundreds of dollars more, then yes, in my opinion, the Vanford is a budget reel compared to them. And that's why I call it a budget reel, because I'm comparing it to the Stella and the Certate, the high-end reels, and it's holding up on its own. It's a really great spinning reel. Flounder Pounder, got any tips on starting a lure business? I started one. I followed you on Instagram. I like to gain publicity for it. Man, I don't know, man. I don't know anything about the lure business. I know it's not, I'm not trying to bust your bubble, but I heard it's really not profitable. It's a lot of work just because I've talked, I'm really close with Heath, Bugs Fishing Lures, and he gives me the rundowns. You have to find a niche. You have to find something that the people want because there's tons of competition out there too. So I don't know, man. I guess my advice to you is find that niche. Make sure your product is something that the anglers want down here, and just be consistent, man. Keep pushing it. Keep pushing it. That's my best advice to you. Wesley, you going to sell Compass or Outback? I'm thinking about selling the Passport. Dude, that's a great question, dude. Honestly, if you can afford it, I would say go straight with the Outback, just because you get a better drive system, you get more storage. What else? It's more expandable. I think it's just a better fishing platform. I would do the Outback over the Compass, but like I said, it depends on your budget. If you can't afford a Passport, then yeah, definitely get the Compass. Or if you can't afford the Outback, then definitely get the Compass. The Passport is a great beginner kayak, as I mentioned before. Beginner. If you're looking to kayak fish and it's something that you want to do leisurely and really not get into it hardcore, but once you start getting into kayak fishing hardcore, I recommend moving up to the Compass, or even better yet, the Outback. So yeah, you're on the right track. J291, am I fishing this weekend? No, sir, I am not. Let's see here. What's up, Brendan? Welcome in. Pisa says, I've never seen sand fleas here. Okay, that's what I thought. I don't think there's sand fleas in Texas, man. I may be wrong. I really don't know. But, yeah, I'm not sure. Kretz, or did you sell the autopilot kayak? No, I did not. I still have it. It's just out of commission right now. There needs to be some work done to it before I can take it out again. Grandpa C, what's up? Hey, Nick, what's up? Duke Win, between the Conquest BFS and Daiwa Steez, which one would you prefer? I'm assuming you mean the CTS VTW or the Steez Air. I'm not sure, but that's a hard call, man. Just depending on what you want. You want a heavier reel that's going to be bigger profile, then the Conquest BFS is more aligned to you. If you want something that's more streamlined, more like a lower profile that's not as heavy, then the Daiwa Steez CTS VTW would be the one I recommend. The Steez Air is also a really nice reel. It's Daiwa's highest end BFS reel, but I mean, I've caught some really good redfish on it, but honestly, it's so small. The handles are so small. It makes it a little bit more cumbersome to use, to be honest with you. I would go more to CTS VTW just because it's smaller, it's lighter, and I haven't had any issues with mine. It's a great reel. So Brendan asks, what do you recommend for the current fishing conditions we have going on right now? Lure is the best time of day to fish, etc. Like I said, winter fishing is tough, dude. I mean, I'm having issues with it. MDLR fishing is having issues with it. All the other YouTubers, the Guggen Squad, have you seen them been posting fishing videos? No, you haven't, right? That's just the way it is. Winter fishing is tough. Even the Florida big guys really don't post as much because of what's going on right now. It's just really tough. Not to say that you can't catch fish in the winter. You still can. You just got to find deep waters, moving current, structure, and bait. You put all those into equation, you're setting yourself up for success. Lures, paddle tail. Right now, the paddle tail, frankly, is probably your best lure to use. Something that's clear. Well, in our area, something that's clear, white color, a smaller profile, like 3 1/4, not bigger than a 3 1/2 inch. You want to use a 1/4 ounce jig head, 1/2 ounce jig head, just so it can get down there 10 feet really fast. That's what I recommend doing. Procure, a lot of Procure too. Okay, sorry, I'm trying to go through these questions here. Sorry, guys. Okay, Lawton Rigs. Sorry, I'm skipping a lot of these because they're just kind of like, I guess you are commenting towards each other. I'm not trying to ignore you on purpose, so I'm trying to get to the actual questions here. Lawton Rigs, thoughts on Z-Man elastic versus ordinary saw? Okay, good question, dude. I've tried Z-Man before. I've tried them at least 5 times because I think they have a great looking lure. The Z-Man Elastic Z, whatever you want to call it, the profile is great. The trout trick looks fabulous. I like the size. I like the density. However, the plastic it's so. I think they overdid it with the plastic, man. For number one, it's hard to get a jig head to puncture or penetrate that plastic, and when you do, and you mess up, it just doesn't sit right. It's like it's so hard to explain. The plastic is so soft, so squishy. When you try to puncture, you can't puncture it because it's so soft and so squishy, and it's just so durable. It just doesn't tear. I honestly, personally, I don't like the Z-Man Elastic Z. I think the plastic could be better, meaning there could be more give. When the engineers and scientists set out to make a indestructible plastic, they did a damn good job at Z-Man because I mean that plastic is super tough and you can't break through it. I mean, bottom line, you can't break through it. But other than that, I mean, everything else, the lure colors, the lure size, I mean, they look great. I wish I could use them more. The plastic just too damn tough for me. All right, Philip. How's the SLX MGL so far? I love your channel, brother. Thanks, Philip. I appreciate that. SLX MGL has been money. It's been holding up so far. Stay tuned. More videos are coming out, catching some big fish. I guess the only thing I can complain about it is it's not as smooth as a Metanium, but once again, it's like 1/3 the price, half the price. Let's see. It makes a little bit of grinding noise. But once again, it doesn't have all those ball bearings as the Metanium has or the Antares. It's not a high-end, super high-end reel. It's, in my opinion, yeah, it's a budget reel compared to those reels. But it can hold its own. The drag is smooth. It doesn't cast as smoothly as a Metanium. You can feel that grind. You can feel that. You can hear it wind. when you're throwing your lure versus like the Metanium or Antares. But once again, it's only like 1/3 the price, so it's holding its own. It's a great reel. If your budget is not as big as some other people, and you can't really afford the super high end reels, definitely look at the Metanium, or excuse me, definitely look at the MGL SLX MGL, especially a Japanese mod because it's lighter and the handles it's smaller compared to the US model. So yeah, I mean I like it so far. Jace Ramos, have I ever tried Waterloo rods? Yes, Jace, I did. I've used Waterloo rods many years ago when I was wade fishing. They got a good product. I mean, I'm not going to lie, but you know, I have more bias towards Old 18. They support the channel, and to be honest with you, I mean, you know, based on my years of fishing, in my humble opinion, you probably disagree with me, but I feel like the Old 18 rods are better than in Waterloo because the craftsmanship is better. The quality is better. I've caught so many rods. I've never ever broken a rod on a fish. Now, not to say I've broken a rod on my truck door because I slammed it, but other than that, it's been phenomenal. Old 18, their customer service is great. I know the guys, and honestly, frankly, I know Jake, the master rod builder. He knows the guys at Waterloo, and he can attest. He thinks his product is better because he personally knows those. They're friends. They know everyone knows each other. They know their products, and he's told me that Old 18 suppressor is far above, better than what Waterloo offers when it comes to components, price, all that stuff. You factor all that in, you're getting such a steal with a suppressor rod. It's ridiculous. Sweet Light, what have you heard about the Tatula Elite? I haven't heard anything about it. I guess I gotta look it up. It might be a new one. I'm not sure. The last few videos you have been back on your Hobie. Did you stop using the Old Town? Yeah, I stopped using the Old Town for the time being because I'm having some issues. So that's why I've been on the Hobie. What's up, Doug? Welcome in. J291, any offshore plans? One of my favorite vids is when you caught that strawberry grouper. Yeah, I do have some offshore vid plan. Stay tuned. It's going to be with my boy Braden. We're going to take the Pinga out at least a couple more times before the summer comes around, or maybe even more because I need to get a kingfish. But yeah, there's going to be offshore this season. There's going to be some more offshore fishing. I mean, I really enjoyed it. It's a different type of fishing than marsh fishing, obviously. But I'm looking forward to it. Really looking forward to it. Duke Win, can you please do a review or range video? All of your reel. Thanks, Nick. Keep the fishing up. Not sure exactly what you mean, but I've done reel reviews. Majority of them, I did a comparison video too. If you look it up, I compared all my high-end BFS reels against each other. Caught a big fish on each one and gave you my honest opinion. So check it out if you haven't watched that yet. But the reels that I've used, if there's an issue with it, I will let you know. But the reels that I use or I get from Japan, they're like the highest quality. I mean, made in Japan. They cost the most money. I prefer using those reels because, number one, I know the craftsmanship is there, the technology is there, and they look good to me. I just prefer using high-end stuff because I know I can trust, because I gotta make videos. If I'm using cheap products, which honestly, don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with using a cheaper reel, cheaper rod system, but your chance of failure or something going wrong when you're hooking a big fish increases more versus something that's high end. And when in fishing, they say you get what you pay for. To be honest with you, that's majority true. I mean, if you buy a high end reel, you're gonna get high end quality versus a reel that's like $20. I mean, if you don't believe me, ask my bro MDLR with his soybean reel and his casting reels. They're like $40, and honestly, he was I was fishing with him today. Just the frustration on his face looked like he was about to toss it into that channel. So go figure, right? Basil Kaki, where does your passion for fishing come from? That's a good question, man. I've been fishing all my life, as far as back as I remember. My dad took me out to the Texas City dike a lot. You know, we fished at Texas City, Moses Lake. Where else? I remember my dad having a boat when I was a real young kid. I remember going out, them catching redfish and crabs. So, I mean, my passion has come, you know, just my dad taking me out to fish when I was young. And today, I mean, I love fishing because it's a challenge. I mean, you know, you go out there, you're hunting down. I do that. I do a different type of fishing. You guys probably already noticed. I like to go hunt the fish versus just sitting there and, you know, throwing cut bait or something like that. Which there's nothing wrong with. If that's your fishing style, that's your fishing style. But my fishing style, I find a lot of passion going out and looking for the fish itself, you know, looking for structure, looking for water current, looking for bait, keeping my eyes and ears, you know, open and listening to sounds and blow-ups and heading towards that direction. It's like hunting at a new level, except you're fishing, right? That's where my passion comes from. And then when you hook up with a fish, I mean, it's just so exhilarating. I mean, when you feel that line pulling, you hear that drag system, or you see that fish blow up and you're able to hook up with them by sight casting them. I mean, that's so exhilarating. I mean, it's so satisfying. It's something I can do every single day, every minute of my life. I mean, it's just I don't know. If you find something that you're very passionate in and that brings you a lot of joy, you have your neurotransmitters in your head releasing dopamine and epinephrine, norepinephrine, and giving you that flight of sensation. You know what I'm talking about. So, I mean, yeah, that's where I get my fishing passion from. I hope I didn't. I probably rambled on too much there. Santiago, what do you do when you have plateaued in fishing? That's a good question, man. I mean, like right now in the wintertime, I would assume you're probably referring to wintertime. Fishing is tough. It's hard to catch the quality and quantity of fish that you're used to in the summer and fall time. You just gotta keep pushing, man. You gotta keep exploring. Wintertime is a good time to really explore different types of water, different areas in the marsh you've never tried. If you look for structure, you look for depth, you look for water current and bait. Those are the recipes to looking for the fish, and you just got to throw it in their face, and hopefully they'll hit it. MG3 says, "Hey Nick, you just want to say you have some of the best drone B-roll." Hey, thank you, man. Thank you so much for that. What people don't know is when you fly a drone, especially off the kayak, it's nerve-wracking and it's tough to do. There's a lot of factors that you got to worry about. Not only you have to worry about launching it, you have to worry about catching it. Then on top of that, you got to worry about winds. You have to worry about hitting a bird. You have to worry about. Then you got to worry about the coloring of the picture, the ISO, the f aperture, all that stuff. You got to make sure it's following you. There's connection to your remote. I mean, there's so many variables. And I appreciate that when you guys appreciate the drone B-roll. I appreciate that because it takes a lot of work doing drone. And yeah, HTX Pulsar says, don't get your finger chopped by the props. Exactly. I mean, when you're landing it, that's another thing. You got to make sure it doesn't cut your hand. Or if it hits your hand and it lands in the water, that's like $1,000, at least a minimum $1,000 down the drain. So a lot of things to worry about. Sweet Life, when using the Procure, do you use the shrimp or the inshore smell mainly? I like using the shrimp. I've used many other different Procures, and honestly, they're sitting in my garage. I don't use them anymore. I use shrimp mostly. Shrimp has been the best for me, in my opinion. Now, your mileage may vary. Find what is best, or find the Procure that you catch the most fish on. For me personally, it's a shrimp. Doug Owen says, I have 2 old 18 medium light ambushes. I feel it's the best 60 raw you can get. Yeah, Amen to that, Doug. I mean, ambushes. They're the cheapest, lowest price rods that Old 18 has, but does not mean that they're a cheap rod. They're really good. If you want to buy that rod, say like an Academy or a different retailer, they'd be at least minimum $100. For $60, where you're getting with ambush rod, it is top quality, really really good. I'd be happy using those for the majority of my life if I had no choice. But I have a choice using the suppressor area, so I recommend using the suppressor or areas. Unfortunately, you can't use my discount code for the ambush because they don't make much money off it anyways. So, but if you can't afford the suppressor areas, take a hard look at the ambush. Hunter Stallings, favorite place you fish? That's a good question, man. I would say my favorite area is probably going to be more South Texas, like Matagorda. I would say like Port O'Connor. Lower Laguna Madre was nice. But yeah, the Matagorda, Port O'Connor area is probably my favorite area right now just because of the water clarity, the type of wildlife. You have marsh system, you have grass flats, bay system. I mean, oyster. I mean, it's a mix of everything. It's a great area. Evan's gone fishing. Do you use side imaging on your fish finder? No, I don't. I don't have the side imaging. Well, technically, I do have the side imaging on my autopilot, but I've disconnected. I don't really use it. I mean, Mark uses it a lot, and I think it's helpful, but I don't use it. I use more down imaging. Brendan Keeter, sorry, I was getting gear ready for tomorrow, so if this was this winter fishing attire, what do you recommend? Good question, man. It's gonna be cold tomorrow. The water temps were in the 40s today, so I like to layer up. I like to wear a fishing shirt like this, a long sleeve. Then I'll put a flannel pullover or a flannel, yeah, flannel pullover. Then I'll put a down jacket over the top of that. Then I'll put my vest on. So I'm layered pretty well, and I just have my plain old fishing pants. That gives me enough warmth. If you need more warmth, I would recommend probably long johns underneath your fishing pants. Also, highly recommend waterproof socks. You can get them on Amazon for like $30. I highly recommend those to keep your feet from getting wet and to keep them warm too. So that's what I do when I go out in weather like this. John Vasquez, what's up, brother? Watching from Victoria. Thanks, man. Thanks for coming in, John. I appreciate the support. Got good recommendation brand on Procure. Isn't Procure made by Procure? Let me see. I think I have Procure somewhere. Yeah, man. Procure is made by Procure. I know this is these are syringes for the Procure bottle, but Procure is made by Procure. Was that a trick question? Okay. Instaday, One Kennels, what's poppin'? What's poppin', man? HTX Polestar, winter fishing marsh, I would say in Louisiana. J291, can you do a video with live shrimp under popping cord? Yeah, I will. But right now, I mean, I guess you can do it in the wintertime. You just got to find all that speckled trout because they'll hit it. If you want to catch redfish, you have to target like the bottom of the freaking channels. But I will do a live shrimp with popping cord. I haven't done that since the summertime. I like to do it around the summer when it's warmer waters, when they're blowing up more on the top of the water column. But I will do it. Instaday, One Kennels, do you like American bullies? LOL. But for real, what lure do you recommend for off the bank? If you're going to be fishing off the bank, I would recommend like a paddle tail. I mean, paddle tail is going to be your best bet. So versatile. You can use it wade fishing. You can use it off the bank. You can use it off the pier. Off the kayak. Gulp swimming mullet. It's probably going to be better because they have that scent to it. They just don't last after one smack from a fish. But yeah, gulp is good. Christopher says, what color lures work best for this time of year? Great content. Thanks, Christopher, for watching. Right now, in the winter time, the lighter colors, white color has been working best for me. So that's what I've been using most of the time. Doug Owen, I know a lot of people in Matagorda swear by Corkies. Do you ever use them? Opinion? Good question, Doug. You know, Corkies, Paul Brown lures, they have a cult following, especially people that target those 30-inch trouts, and a lot of speckled trout that have been caught that are 30 inches or bigger have been caught on Corkies. So rightfully so, they do work. I mean, if they don't work, then these guys are not catching them and posting pictures or putting them on YouTube. I myself don't really like using Corkies because I know this sounds dumb, but I use a lot of light tackle. Corkies, slinging a Corky on a light action rod and reel setup is not fun at all. There's just too much whip. I do have a medium light and even a medium setup that'd be more in tune to throw a Corkies. But I don't fish open water oyster reefs enough. I only done it a couple times with Captain Marvin, and we used Corkies that time. I didn't catch anything though, but that's going to be your best time to use the Corkies when you're wade fishing and you are targeting like drop-offs in the oyster beds, like in Matagorda, especially in Matagorda, West Bay Matagorda, or East Bay Matagorda, and you're targeting those big gator trout. That's when Corkies come alive. I know some other guys down south, like in Corpus, use them a lot, but they're more used for wade fishermen. And like I said, honestly, I haven't used it enough to really say I like them or don't like them, but I just don't use them much. So, but I know they do work. I mean, a lot of guys catch fish on them. Balderman Arisby, I apologize if I butcher your name. Just getting on, love your videos. Just getting on, love your videos. What is your favorite kayak to use? Good question, man. I mean, I love the Old Town Autopilot 120. It's been such a great platform. It makes fishing so easy, and I've gained a lot of weight because there's no effort for me to just push a button and direct me to where I need to go. Spot lock has been awesome. But then again, when you use the autopilot, when you use that type of platform, you have electrical wiring, you have moving parts. So that's the situation I'm in. My Old Town is out of commission because I need to replace some parts on it. Old Town already knows, or they're working on it. So that's why you see a lot of my videos in the Hobie, which is also a very good kayak in itself. When I use a product on my channel, there's a reason why I use that product. I mean, yes, some companies, help the channel. But at the same time, even though they're helping the channel, I'm still using them because I am, not only is the channel benefiting from them, but I am actually using them to catch fish to make content. So I use products that help me catch fish and make content. If that makes any sense. If I don't use a product on my channel, it's because number one, maybe I don't know about it, or number two, I have used it in the past and it has not worked well for me. So everything I use on my channel, guys, even though I'm sponsored, I get paid by companies. I mean, you might think there's some bias in what I do or what I say, but at the same time, I want to let you guys know the products I use on my videos and my channel, they have proven themselves, and they work to help me catch fish. Bottom line, I won't push any product to you guys if it does not work and I have not put it through its paces. It has worked for me to make content to catch fish so you guys can watch on YouTube, because I'm trying to become a full-time YouTuber. If I don't catch fish, I'm not going to grow. So I need to use products that work. And it's just, I guess it's a benefit if I get sponsored by those companies and I'm using a product anyway. So do you buy or make your Don C Fly Fisher? Do you buy or make your bugs lures? If you buy, would you ever try to make them post it? I don't make the bug lures, man. I don't have that skill set. Heath Hipple, the owner of Bugs, he's the one that makes them. He's the creator of Bugs Fishing Lures. I recommend you checking him out. He also has a YouTube channel. I think it's Bugs Fishing Lures, if I'm not mistaken. Check it out. He has some videos of him tying a few of his products. You know, if you have a question, email him. He's a great dude to talk to. He answers his emails or Instagram, or if you want to call him, look up Bugs Fishing Lures. I think there's a phone number there. You can just call him, and he'll answer all your questions, man. Great guy. Best crankbait. Good question. I really don't use crankbait much because I guess when I start fishing jetties and I need a crankbait to really go down like 10 feet, I like Yozuri. I have a lot of Yozuri products. I have them in the back over here. I mean, those are my jetty, like deep sea fishing crankbaits. So yeah, Yozuri, I guess, would be my choice. When is the next catch and cook? Good question, man. Hopefully soon. I need to get my wife Simple Dish to get back and making videos. I know a lot of you guys probably have asked where she's been. She's been MIA. We'll just leave it like that. But hopefully for this year, she'll be able to catch or cook rather some of the catches I bring home. We always fight because she doesn't like filleting them. I don't like filleting them. It's a lot of work. She's coming home from work. I'm coming home from fishing. It's just a lot of work. But yeah, she'll post more videos. But on my channel, if she doesn't want to post a cook video, then I guess I have to do it. Hopefully soon. Short answer, hopefully soon. Eliath, have you ever thought about participating in a fishing tournament and doing a video while fishing the tournament? Honestly, I've never thought about that. I've been asked many questions. Why don't I tournament fish? Why don't I get involved with that? Honestly, I mean, that's cool if that's your thing, but tournament fishing is not my thing. My thing is content creation, making videos. I find more pleasure doing that, and also on top of that, I make more money compared to tournament fishing. I'm not trying to, put myself on a high pedestal or not, but I make more money than any fishing tournament winner would make in our area monthly. I mean, it just doesn't really make sense to me to do fishing tournament. Now, there's nothing wrong with fishing tournaments. If that's your thing, that's your thing. Whatever's going to float your boat. My thing is YouTube and growing YouTube and trying to make it my full-time thing. So I'm really focused on that and making entertaining videos. But I mean, as of right now, money-wise, like I said, I make way more money fishing, making content, and my sponsors than any fishing tournament winner would make in a month period of time, bottom line. So it just doesn't make sense to me, I guess, transfer from content creation to fishing tournament. But once again, there's nothing wrong with fishing tournament. If that's your thing, that's your thing. Santiago says, do you ever fear that amount of game fish in Texas will slowly decrease due to more and more fishermen and traffic in the water? Your thoughts? No, not really. I mean, our ecosystem is very, very healthy. If there was a worry that, say a species was dying off, then I have full faith in our Texas Parks and Wildlife Department to regulate and the lawmakers to do their things to, seize any type of fishing. For example, flounder fishing, the flounder, they've gotten more strict because the flounder population is not as big as it was in the past. So I trust the lawmakers are doing their jobs to help preserve, the species. Fishing is great. If there's more people into the sport, the fishing itself industry grows. There's more people that enjoys it. There's nothing wrong with a sport growing in popularity. When it grows in popularity, everyone benefits, in my opinion. Like the state benefits, the city, tourism, the industry, everyone benefits business-wise. And at the same time, with all the extra money that's coming in, Texas Parks and Wildlife is going to grow stronger. They'll be implementing more laws to help preserve the wildlife. So, no, I'm not worried about it. Instaday, are you interested in freshwater fishing, catfish, bass, etc.? Dude, I love freshwater fishing. I mean, most guys don't know this, but I love bass fishing. I'm not that experienced with it, but bass fishing is a lot of fun. But however, with my channel, majority of you guys that watch are saltwater. So if I post a freshwater video, my analytics go, "Burp." No one watches it. So, I mean, I would love to do it more. I just, I'm not big like John B or, Lunkers or Lake Fork guy, that have hundreds of thousands of people that watch your videos, them catching millions of bass. I wish that was the case, but it's just not. Unfortunately, I am saltwater, and that's the majority of you guys want to watch saltwater, so we'll stick to the content that you guys like. Oh, Don C, if you can go anywhere in the world to fish, where? Man, that's a good question, dude. That is a good question. God, there's so many great fishing spots. I guess it'd be an area where you can catch a lot of pelagics and GTs. That'd be my. I mean, there's a lot of places all over the world that you can do it, like Fiji, Australia. Gosh, some of those all smaller islands. I mean, I think even Hawaii you can do that. I mean, there's so many great fishing everywhere in the world. I mean, it's hard to say. I mean, I love the Texas coast. It's my home. If you talk to any fisherman in any other place in the world, they always say they wish they had the type of waters that you had. So, for example, the Florida guys watch the Texas YouTubers and they say, I wish I had a marsh system like Texas. We Texas guys look at the Florida guys and we're like, man, I wish our water clarity was like that and we can catch jacks and we can catch barracudas and stuff like that. It's always something you don't have, right? I'm very grateful for the state of Texas. I love Texas. I was born and raised in Texas. Texas coast is, in my opinion, the most beautiful coast in all of the United States. I wouldn't trade it for the world, man. It's awesome. There's so many different types of fishing you can do in Texas. I mean, marsh fishing, flats, grass flats, bays, offshore. I mean, the list goes on and on. I mean, it's such a beautiful area to fish. Yak fishing. Would you ever do Los Buzos resort like Mark did? That trip looked amazing. I would like to, man. It's just, it costs a lot of money and it takes a lot of time from my other things that I need to do. But hopefully, maybe in the future, in a couple years, I'll be able to do that. When I'm fully dedicated in YouTube, I'll be able to really focus on doing that. But yeah, I would love to catch a rooster fish or mahi-mahi right off the kayak. And the stories that Mark has told me, I mean, it sounds very appealing. Right now, I just don't have time. Bucket list fish you want to catch. Right now, it's going to be like a 50-pound great trevally or GT. That's my bucket list fish right now to catch. The Fish Mama, I'm new to the channel. Would you be crabbing? Any tips? Any surf fishing videos? I don't do much crabbing. I think I need to. My kids and my wife, they love to crab. So perhaps when the weather warms up, I will take some chicken legs, some string, and some pantyhose and go to San Luis Pass and wade fish, and they catch crabs. And maybe we'll do a catch and cook on the beach with some crabs and fish, whatever. But soon in the future, as we just gotta wait till the weather warms up, and it's just too cold to do any of that right now. Wish we had clear water in G-Town. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we've been going on for 74 minutes. Thank you so much. I think I'm going to end it right there. My throat is dry. I need to go eat dinner and get fat again. Thank you so much. If I missed your question, I apologize. Once again, follow me on Instagram, rx_angler. Leave me a DM. I respond. I read the DMs. If it's a good question and I feel like I need an answer, I will respond to you guys. Leave a comment. My email address is in my about section on YouTube. Hit me up if you have a question, man. But yeah, thanks, man. That's gonna be it, guys. I'm tired. Yeah, simple dish right there. She was holding up the other rod. She was holding my rod, right? She was holding my rod. That's why I was holding up. All right, guys. Thank you so much, man. I'll see y'all later.